Hello and welcome back to Ida's Answer. So this time I'm going to be talking about relationships. And all my questions come from the Facebook group African Bond USA. The first topic I'm going to comment on comes from Yemi Ray. The title was How to Sustain a Relationship. Point 1. Pay attention to each other. Check when need to. I agree with the first one. Yes, pay attention to each other, but don't check when you need to, because unless you were forced into that relationship or in that relationship because of an obligation, you are there because you want to. So check as often as you can. If you remember in the morning, do it in the morning. If you remember in the afternoon, do it in the afternoon. Do it whenever you can, because it is better for that person to tell you, thank you for checking up on me. It means so much, but I am fine. So you can stop now. Then the other extreme, which is them thinking, do they care about me? Do they love me? Do they even have feelings for me? Like, am I in those thoughts? And then if you're like me, they'll think, wait, maybe they're not talking to me because they're not okay. Is everything okay? Is he okay? So that extreme is a lot worse than them telling you, thank you for taking up with me, but I am fine, so you can stop. Point number 2, communicate easily. That means don't make the person be afraid to talk to you. Ask open-ended questions and be open-minded. Because nowadays, a lot of people are narrow-minded. And instead of listening to understand, they listen to reply. They listen to pick out the things that they want to reply to or have a rebuttal to, not to actually understand what you are saying. So don't do that. But listen to understand what the person is saying. Because once you understand what the person is saying, you'll be able to understand why that person feels the way she feels or he feels. And that way communication will be easier for both of you. Because what comes around goes around. Point number 3, appreciate each other. There is a scripture verse that reads, wives, this also goes to girlfriends who are dating to marry. I repeat, dating to marry. Wives, respect and obey your husbands, that's boyfriends, because he is the head of the family, just like Jesus is the head of the church. So women who are dating to marry, make sure that your husband is ready. Make sure that your boyfriend is ready to be the head of the household. How you do that is don't pay Billy and don't mind his words. Don't mind them at all, because words change and people can change their minds. But pay attention to his actions, because as I say, actions speak louder than words. If he says, I care about you, but you're running here and there, cleaning, cooking, making sure everything's ready for his guest, and he's just sitting there watching TV or eating or playing a video game, does he really care? No, he doesn't care. That's the answer. That's the answer. He does not care. But if he's asking you, hey, what can I help with? Hey, I see you're doing this. Let me do that. If he's trying to help you prepare in any way, shape, or form, that shows that he cares. It also goes to say, husbands, love your wives as Jesus loved the church. If you read the Bible, throughout the New Testament, you will see many examples of how Jesus showed his love for the church. One example is when he fed, I think it was 5,000 people, not including women and children, who had come all the way from a different city to hear him and, and to listen to him teach. Instead of sending them away hungry, he fed them right then and there. That is love. Because even the disciples were like, send them home. we have no food. But he was like, no, there is food. And 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 I will use the power and I use the power and authority my fathers gave me to feed these people with this food. So another thing, if your if your significant other or spouse does some does a favor for you, like makes your favorite meal, or go to get you something that get something in your favorite color, or do something that they know you will really enjoy, appreciate them, not only with your words but with your actions, by reciprocating what was done, or by helping out in any way, shape, or form. Also, the, also, even if they don't do your favorite things, still appreciate them because they're going out of their way to make sure you are good, make sure you are comfortable, make sure you feel loved and appreciated. So appreciate them because if they don't feel appreciated, they won't stay there for long. That's just me. Point number 4: go out of your way to help each other. That means that let's say you are in your room are doing something, and you see someone, and you see your significant other or your spouse struggling to do a project or do homework. Stop whatever you're doing and help him or her, because that will show them, one, that whatever is important to them is also important to you. Two, that you care enough to stop whatever you were doing, important or not, to help them. And three, that's another way to show that you care. Going out of your way to help them. This brings me to point number 5. Volunteer to help with projects. Projects don't necessarily mean like work projects or school projects. Projects could also mean something that they have something that they have wanted to do in the house or wherever you live for a long time, and now they're doing it. Help them because there's reason that they want to do this project, and the quicker you help them with that project, the quicker you will see why they wanted to do the project. Also, that's another way to show that you love them, because you are volunteering willingly to help them when you could be doing your own thing. Point 6: challenge each other to be better. So if you notice your significant other always does a little bit better than the bare minimum, challenge them to go above and beyond, because that shows them that you believe that they can be better than they are. And the last point in this topic, back each other up. This one is so important because if someone is accusing your significant other of something that you know is not true, and you don't back them up, that makes them feel like they can't depend on you, that they can't rely on you. Basically, that potentially could break their trust in you, and once that trust is broken, it takes a long time to get back. If you ever get it back, that is, because for some people, once the trust is broken, that's it. Like, you had your chance, you broke it, goodbye. So, my next topic comes from Rowan Jacob. The question goes like this: why didn't you give the last person who showed interest in you a chance? Me personally, so I'm noticing that I can be a little bit dense when it comes to this topic. So that is one reason why, because I just didn't know, I wasn't sure. And like most people, I'd rather be not sure than to make a fool of myself by asking them and have them be like, no, I was just being nice. Does that also, my status is complicated, so I don't want to bring my complications to someone else. Also, I'm taken. So, there's that. Topic number 3. This question comes from Peter Adekoya. The question asks, if you could interview someone for the position of your role, for the role of your man/woman, what 3 questions would you ask? The number 1 question is from Psalms, where it says, "As for me and my household, we will go to the house into the house of the Lord." The first question I would ask is, are you a regular churchgoer? That means, do you go to not only Sunday services, but weekday services as well, and you go to programs at the church? Because anyone and probably everyone goes to Sunday services, but it matters to me if I go to Bible study and prayer meetings and programs, because I go to Bible study and prayer meetings and programs, so I want the person I'm with to also go to Bible studies and prayer meetings and programs. The second question is, how well do you communicate? I am a proponent. I am extremely for a lot of communication because I communicate a lot. Like you can ask my sisters, I talk to them a lot. So if you're fine with, hey, how are you, a couple of times a week, then that's a deal breaker. These first 2 questions are deal breakers, but like this one, it's like, yeah, no, goodbye, because I am not okay with just being texted, hey, how are you, every couple of days. I want to actually talk to that person, see how they are, see if they need help. I like helping people. So if I know I can help you, I will do what I can to help you. But if I don't know because you won't tell me, then how can I help you? So 2, how well do you communicate? 3, do you like kids? I have a child. So if the person I'm with doesn't like kids, bye. That's just how it is. Because I myself want more children. But if the person I'm with doesn't want children, I was fine with the one we have now. I'm like, but no, bye. Because that's just how it is again. 1, he has to be a regular church goer. 2, he has to communicate well and often, not just well, but well and often. 3, he has to like kids. Next, the last topic comes from Ruby Afric, and the topic is the main reason I lost interest in a man. There's 2 reasons. 1 is communication. However, if I love you, and I mean really, really love you, I will see if I can fix that problem, because communication isn't like trust, where once it's broken, and it takes a long time to fix. Communication can be fixed as easily as finding the right time to call people, or texting them a different time of day and seeing when they reply. So if I can fix it, then I will. If it can't be fixed, then yeah, it was good while it lasted, but bye. So I've also posted the questions in the description, so read them and comment below. Also subscribe to my channel and like the pages which are also mentioned below. Bye.